So, you're going to make pulled pork barbecue. Are you going to use mustard binder? If you do, does it make any difference at all in the taste or texture or color or appearance? Let's find out in this episode of Grumpy's Great Outdoors. Hey guys, here's our plan. We have two butts. One's 8.50 pounds, one's 8.51 pounds. Can't get much closer than that. We're going to get them out, and I'll put a mustard binder on one of them. The other one I'm going to leave plain. Now, we will take Holy Voodoo from Meat Church and put it over both butts. I will then take the butts and put them in the fridge to brine overnight. Now, the question becomes, will that binder prevent the brine from doing its thing? That's what we're here to see. Now, I've already done a video recently on a pork butt and smoking a pork butt, so I'll put a card it right here. So when I come back to you, I'll have the pork butts already smoked, and we'll do a taste test and see what we think. And there's the one that has the binder on it, and I'll put a toothpick in it or something to signify it as it goes on the smoker, so we'll know the difference in the two. And then I'll have someone here to help me do a taste test where I'm kind of blind when I go to actually taste it. So. So I'll put these in the fridge for overnight, and then we will check them tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow night when these things are done to do a taste test, and we'll let you know how it goes. See you guys then. Okay guys, we're back. The butts are all done now. First of all, let me go ahead and tell you, ignore the glare here on these windows. I apologize for that. We're taking care of that tomorrow, but for now it's a little bit of a problem. But just bear with me. So let's do a real quick recap of what we got here. We get two butts are virtually the exact same size, 8.5 pounds. We put a mustard binder all over one of them, and left the other one plain, nothing on it at all. And then we put rub on it, the Holy Voodoo from Meat Church. We put it on there, and then we brined it all night long. That was the whole point. Then we smoked it today and got it smoked all the way. Now, what are we testing? Well, what do we already know first? Let's say that. We already know that usually binders are used to help your rub stick onto your meat, right? That's the whole point of a binder, is help it stay on there. And you can actually tell in the video where I did this, you can see a lot of rub left over on the non-binder one because it just bounced off and kind of fell off as I was putting it on. With the mustard binder one, it stayed on there pretty good. There's not much left there at all. So we know that's the main point of it. But you know, what we're testing here now is how did the binder affect the brine? Did it affect it at all? We know that when someone uses a binder on ribs, we see a lot of videos showing that, because you get a bite of bark every single time on a rib. On pork butt, you don't hardly get any, very rarely do you get a bite of bark. So we want to see how the brine did. It actually pulled the salt and the flavoring down into the meat, and did the binder prevent that from happening? That's what we're going to check and see. So we'll get into these butts now, we'll check them out and see how they went. Now this is the binder one, and this is the non-binder one. So we'll pull this, and I don't care at this point I'll look at these because I want to look and see how they're doing. I'm gonna do a blind taste test, but as far as visuals go, I want to take a look and see how they did. Got a lot of foil on here. Let me see how this looks. How each one of them look. There's plenty of juices in here, that's for sure. My goodness. It's a good looking bark there. They've been resting a few hours now. And this is the one that had the binder up, like I said, so you can kind of tell. Looks really, really good. Now this is going to be the non-binder one. I use my dual temp spike from the thermometer dual. So one's black, one's white. So I know that the one with the black thermometer is the one that has the binder on it. That's how I kind of kept them separate. I'm just going to tear this foil here best I can and see if we can see a difference in these two. Look at the juices there, guys. My goodness. So immediately I can kind of see a little bit of difference in color. It looks a little darker on the one that used the binder. Maybe because there's more rub on there. You can see a little bit darker on this one than this one. I don't know if you can lift it up a little bit so you can see a little bit. So you can kind of tell there's a little bit of difference in color. I'm going to take the bones out of these now, and this is just pull right out. Yeah, it's just going to pull right out of there. My goodness. See how smooth that went. Obviously we know it's done. It's got its trick, done the trick it's supposed to do. Now let's do the other one and see how it does. Oh gosh, yeah, it pulls right out too. Hope you can see that. Came right out, no problem. We'll put these bones off to the side. Now what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to, the texture of, let's see if I can pull some of this and just see, oh gosh, yeah, it's a very, very tender. A lot of juice down in here. Look at the redness of that smoke ring. It's just fantastic on this binder one. Very pleased with that looks. Very tender. I think we'll have a good barbecue butt right there. Now let's try this other one. And oh gosh, also very tender. Now it doesn't look quite as red so far. There's some in there for sure. It's also very tender. So I really can't tell much difference in appearance and color and even in texture. This one seems a little bit juicier, the non-binder one, but it may just be the fat content on this butt was different than that one. So it's not enough really to say the binder or the non-binder had effect on that. What I'll do now is I'm going to go ahead and do a taste test, and I want my son-in-law to actually help me with the camera today. So I want to separate these two and turn my back and let him put some out so we can actually see if I can tell a difference in the taste. We know not much difference in the texture, or excuse me, in the appearance and the texture and the color. But I'll turn my back while he puts a little bit out from each one. This is the binder one. This is the non-binder one. Once he gets a plate out there, a little piece on each plate, I'll then turn around and take a look at it, take a bite of it. So just go ahead, son-in-law, and don't tell me what you're doing. I have no idea.
Okay.
All right. So I have a little bit of both. So I'm going to go with the closest one first. I have no idea which one it is, but I'll take a bite of this one and see how it tastes. Very tender. Very juicy. As always, got too much. I can taste the smoke on there pretty good. I can taste the rub a little bit. Let's try the other one. The second one tastes a little more smoky than the first one, but they're both very, very good. So if I'd say anything, I don't know if the binder had a difference, but I can tell a little bit more smoke on this one up here. Which one was this, Caleb?
Binder.
This is the binder. Okay, so actually I could taste a little more smoke on the binder than I could the non-binder one. That's actually good to know. So the smoke was unaffected. Actually, the mustard actually may have grabbed a hold, which makes sense actually, because moisture is going to grab a hold of that smoke. And the fact we had mustard on there definitely helped with that smoke flavor. So it pulled in that smoke, the mustard into the, pulled that smoke into the butt and made it actually much more smoky. So that gives us our results. Really not much difference in the appearance or the color or the texture, but definitely a difference in the taste. When I say definitely, I mean it was just a little bit more smoke in the binder one. I've not typically been a binder person, but I may be more so of a binder person now with the taste of that smoke in there a little bit better like that. So that's our our test with the binder versus brine, and we'll see how next time if we'll try a binder on some other things and see how it works out. So, but hope that's our video for today, guys. We sure hope you liked it. We hope you like and subscribe to our channel. We sure appreciate your support there, and we'll make sure we see you at the smoker. Y'all take care. See you next time.